Gary, welcome to Kingston Park, and how are you settling in?
It's been pretty good so far. I've only been here just under a day. I've gone in yesterday afternoon, but acclimatised to the weather. But otherwise, it's all good. Getting to meet the guys at the moment, spend some time with the management team, and getting to meet the players.
And what are your first impressions of the all-round setup? The facilities.
Well, great facilities here. I mean, I knew them from when I was here 5-6 years ago. It's a wonderful facility. The stadium's a great stadium. The setup over here is particularly professional. And yeah, it's an impressive place to play out of. Yeah, very good.
And how impressed have you been with the owner's ambition, Seymour Kirby's ambition and drive for this club?
Yeah, well, very impressed. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I chose to want to come to Newcastle at this stage. Very many people have asked me, why have I made the decision to come here when they're in the situation that they're in, and spending some time with Seymour and getting to understand what his vision is for the people in the northeast and for the rugby fans over here and for the supporters. I've been really impressed. I mean, he's got an unbelievably good vision for the club. I think his heart is really in the right place, and it's going to be a tough season. We know that. 9 points clear at the bottom of the Premiership is a very, very tough haul to come back from. But we're going to give it the best shot. But I think there is genuinely a long-term future, and you've seen other clubs come back from difficult positions and because they've had good ownership and good leadership, and I think that's exactly where the Falcons are with Seymour at the moment.
And would you say this is your biggest challenge as a coach?
There've been a couple of really big challenges, but obviously to come in and get involved in a club that is really in a spot of bother at the moment is an exciting challenge. It really is. It's a big challenge in many ways, and some people may want to say that there's no pressure on me because of the situation, but there's a lot of pressure I put on myself, and pride myself on being able to work with these guys. A great bunch of guys, a great bunch of players here at the moment, and I really believe that we can start seeing some improvements on the field.
And you've gone on record as saying the Aviva Premiership's the toughest league in the world. I mean, what sets it apart from everything else?
I just think the length of it. The toughness that I'm talking about is the toughness on the body and for the players. I mean, it's 34, 35 odd weeks, week in and week out, where they're having to play each other, not only in the Aviva Premiership, but in the other competitions as well. And obviously the Aviva Premiership takes up most of that. So from that point of view, it really is very tough conditions. I mean, it's hard-fought rugby over here. I mean, and I think that the gap between the top team and the bottom team is, anybody can beat anybody on their day, and I think that's what makes this competition so fiercely difficult. The margin for error in this competition is so small, and one key area of your game you get wrong, and you're going to lose in the day.
And the fact that everyone can beat each other in this league must mean that you fancy your chances of possibly keeping the Falcons afloat in the Aviva Premiership?
Well, I think we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves at the moment. I think there's bigger hills to climb at the moment, and they've got to be taken head on day by day. As I said before, it's a big deficit, 9 points, and but I'm really confident in this group of players, and I think that the key to us trying to turn things around is to try and do everything that we do every single day a little bit better, and let's just hope that resonates. I'm sure it will resonate in better performances, but unfortunately, if teams above us are going to win as well, then it's out of our hands. So I think at this particular moment in time, what we need to concentrate on is becoming a better football team and playing better rugby at the moment, and obviously that transferring into wins.
Mike Ford joins you at Kingston Park. What qualities will he bring to the table?
Well, unfortunately, one of the things that is evident at the moment is that obviously, to date, we've leaked quite a lot of trials in the Premiership so far, and over 300 points. And Mike is a world-class defensive coach. I mean, England's defence was of the best in the world that they've had for 8 years now. A couple of years ago, beating Australia a couple of times. obviously been very competitive over the last couple of years, and even picking up a Six Nations title a couple of years ago. So the guy's got a wealth of knowledge. I mean, he's highly respected. He's from around these parts, or near enough, and I really value him as a defensive specialist, and I think it's something that can make a significant difference to the boys in a short period of time.
And fans will want to know as well, have you got any plans to possibly bring in any new additions over the next sort of few weeks?
I think I need to just settle in a little bit at the moment now. I hardly know the boys at the moment yet. We go watch them play this week. I mean, Paul's going to look after the team again as he did last week. It'll be good if we can get another good performance under our belt this weekend. But I don't think there's any plans to at this particular moment in time to make radical decisions. But it's not beyond the realm of possibility that we could see some other players possibly coming to the club.
And there's a big South African contingent here as well. Have you worked with many of them in the past?
I have. Yeah, I know Adrian Fonsa very well. He played down at the Storms with us. I know Corner Ace very, very well. I mean, he's a fantastic guy. And I've coached Ashley Wells a little bit as well down at. I was helping out for the club that he played at for a while. So yeah, I know the three of them very well. I don't know Greg that well, but yeah, no, they're a good bunch of guys, and I think they've got a good work ethic as well.
And finally, what's your message to those supporters in the coming weeks? Who the club really needs their support now, doesn't it?
Well, exactly. I mean, look, our backs are against the wall. These are adverse times, and I mean, clubs like Northampton and Harlequins in recent years have also been in similar situations. Not that I'm hoping we're going to go down at all, but they did go down, and look where they are today. They fought back, and I know that they relied heavily on their loyal supporters, and and I think the supporters here in the Northeast are of the best that there are around. So, I mean, the guys need their support in tough times at the moment. The only thing that I can give as a commitment is that the guys will be working incredibly hard, and no stone is going to be left unturned in terms of us giving it all to be able to stave off relegation this year. We're going to give it our best shot.
Great, Gary. Thank you very much for your time, and all the best.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, mate.
Cheers.